Yep, it's me again. They hate me, that's why they give a fuck about me. At the same time, I am your host, JD Miles. The MGTOWs they love to hate, even the ones that claim everybody loves to hate them, loves to hate MGTOW at the same time, which is why they keep us relevant to this day. And I'm back again. For tonight's topic of discussion, single mother 3x3 completely embarrass herself. And before I go any further, shout out to Manosphere Highlights Daily for bringing this video to my attention. I'll put a link to the comment section. Go check them out. But let's get down to this. Now, y'all know how I am. Sorry, I'm dealing with a little congestion here. Now y'all know how I am when it comes to the Pop the Balloon challenge, right? To me, the Pop the Balloon to find love is completely bullshit. Now, I know some of y'all been asking me, why do I believe this is bullshit? And this is just my opinion. I'm not speaking for everybody, but me personally, I feel like this whole thing is a complete and utter ripoff of Kendra G. New style, new ways to play, but the same old contestants. I'll get down to that later. But for now, let's get into it, shall we?
Today we're diving into the Pop the Balloon or Find Love Season 2 reunion video. It's an hour and 11 minutes long, and the link to the full video is in the description. But for this episode, we're zoning in on Janae, the 34-year-old single mother with 3 kids, each with a different father.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies.
And guess what? She had some very interesting things to say about the kind of man she deserves to date. Let's break it down.
So, Janae, when you were having, your conversation with Brian during that segment, what was going through your mind when he's asking you all these questions? Like, okay, how many baby daddies? How many kids? What was your thought process? Like, if you want to walk us through that.
I'm true to my core. I'm not ashamed of my past. I'm not ashamed of my 3 kids. And if I wouldn't have the 3 baby daddies, I wouldn't have my 3 amazing kids.
Okay. Let me just go ahead and say this. No one is telling you to be ashamed of your children. In fact, you shouldn't be ashamed at all about your children, ma'am. That's not the issue. However, when you claim that you're not ashamed of your past, that's telling men that you're less trustworthy of the situation. If you're not ashamed of your past, there's a pretty good chance you will go right back to it. And as my instructor used to say, anyone who's not ashamed of their past will find themselves right back in it. So I don't think saying that you're not ashamed of your past is going to help you out in the long run, especially when finding a date. To them, they look at it as if you're not ashamed of it, you're proud of it, then how would I know for a fact that you won't go back to it if things go south of the border? But I'm babbling again. Let's continue.
I don't allow him and his judgment to define me as a woman or where I stand on today. It's his preference. He deserves a queen of whatever that looks like for Brian. But for me, you have to accept me as a whole with a 4 unit. So it's either, are you even equipped to hold down this 4 fort?
The real question is, ma'am, the real question is why should he be equipped to handle you and your ready-made family when there's other options? And this is one of the many issues these single mothers have. Somehow they got it in their head believing that, oh, I may be a single mother, but I can still compete with the single and childless women in the dating market. But then they wonder why they stay falling short. In which I already gave a very perfect solution to this problem. If you are a single mother, and no, I'm not saying this to talk down or anything. I'm just stating facts. If you are a single mother, stop trying to compete with the single and childless women out here. You will lose every time. Instead, if you're going to go on the dating market using humility. Be humble. Be humble. Understand your situation. Understand that not all the men out here is going to settle. And maybe, just maybe, it can work out in your favor. But all this trying to compete, trying to put yourself out there like your Sierra, and what she already has, her Russell Wilson, is not going to work out for you. Trying to compete with single childless females in order for someone to take care of a family that you already made is not going to work out for you. And yes, truth hurts. It damn sure hurts. But facts are facts, and facts don't care about your feelings. But let's continue.
Guys, if you are equipped to deal with her and her 3 kids, why even consider it when there are women with less baggage? Any man who she deems equipped has the choice to select a woman with fewer complications, less emotional, financial, and mental strain. Think about it. Why take on all that when there are better options out there?
Exactly.
You can't judge me. I didn't take anything personally. I talked to Brian afterwards. I said, I don't take anything personal. I'm not mad at you. It is what it is. It's my person is my person. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But like, people don't know how to live in reality. They want to live into society, and it's fake to me. I'm.
So by her making that statement, I got questions. May I ask, what is your version of reality and your version of society? Because I've seen the video already, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you this. She claims that she's for reality and social norms are fake, right? Then how come what we're going to see further down the video, she's going to contradict herself? But let's continue.
I'm not with it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Janae talks about living in reality and rejecting societal norms, but what does she actually bring to a relationship? What realistic benefits does a single mother of 3 with 3 different baby daddies offer? Is she being practical about her expectations, or is she falling into the very fantasy she claims to reject?
I take I'd take B for 500, Alex. She's living in fantasy land. She thinks that okay, I have 3 kids by 3 baby daddies. 3 by 3, she slept by 3 by 3, she gave by 3 by 3, she go mother by 3 by 3. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I have always wanted to say that. But all jokes aside, you got 3 kids, 3 baby daddies, and you're still trying to compete out here in the dating market as if you're still in that college phase. Before all of that happened, it's not going to work. Let's continue.
This is the part where many women dismiss societal norms when those norms don't benefit them. And yet, they're quick to want the perks.
And then think, Shayna, you wanted to say
So
something?
one thing I do want to say, which I said to you earlier, we all have our preference, which is fine. You might like them tall, you might like them short, you might like them with the kids.
Right.
But I think it was just your delivery that really was kind of tough to watch. So that's all I had to share. We kind of
Finally,
chatted
someone
about
gets
before.
it.
You know, everyone's entitled to what they like, but it's just the way you were speaking to the ladies, which was kind of harsh.
So speaking on that, Brian, do you feel like you could have delivered your message in a different way?
I think I wanted to deliver it the way I did, right?
Okay.
Because if I'm coming on some softness, you're not gonna really grasp what I'm telling you,
That's not.
right?
And that's a fact. No. Don't try to sit here and pretend like what you said is false. That's an actual fact. When I go places, I see things. You come at these fellas, you come at these ladies soft, they're gonna treat you like a pushover. This is the reason why they prefer assholes. And yeah, they can deny it all they want, but facts are facts. And what did I say about facts? Let's go.
Right? And the thing about accountability is you want me to deliver it the way you want to hear it. Nah, the truth hurts. The truth hurts. You got to be able to embrace.
As I said, truth hurts, but they want that feel-good truth. There's no such thing as the feel-good truth. If the truth ain't hurting, then it's not working. And yes, whoever says the truth isn't supposed to hurt has been living the lie this entire time. In fact, what that saying goes, I'd rather be hurt by your truth than soothed with your lies. Straight up fact right here. But let's continue on.
Embrace that. We as men, we embrace accountability. And women have to do the same exact
Women
thing
do
and not get
embrace
angry.
accountability.
Oh, there they go. There they go. There they go. Don't you just love it how you can't even finish what you got to say without someone trying to jump in, trying to interrupt, trying to overtalk? Let the man say what he has to say, then you come back with your input. This isn't elementary school.
I'm not
And
angry.
feel-
Shut your mouth when you're talking to me.
No. Women like Janae do not embrace accountability. How often do you hear women say they don't want to be judged?
That really touches my heart all over again because you can't judge me for being in that circumstance.
But wait, that was the same one I made a video about a few weeks ago. And it's always funny. It's funny, contradictory, and hypocritical. They judge men all the time, but they themselves don't want to be judged. Yeah, they'll judge a men by their past mistakes, but somehow, they have special rules. You can't judge them by their past mistakes. They really do think that this shit is a one-way street. Until those same dudes get in their car and drive the opposite direction. Then they wonder why. The shit still happens even after make such stupid claims. Let's continue.
You can't judge me.
So you're gonna tell me, oh well, you got this many kids, I can't date you.
No,
but that happened 25 years ago.
Not the number of
At what
kids.
point are you going to give grace?
Especially when they willingly come on a show that's based on judgment. It's like they want to box, but don't expect to get hit back. When these women dish it out, they expect you to handle a strong woman. But when it's time for them to get called out, oh, now we have to tiptoe around their feelings.
Aggressive.
Fuck their feelings. If this is the game they want to play, then don't get mad when two players gets involved. They want to have their cake and eat it too. And yes, they could dish it out, but we all know they damn sure can't take it. They want to hold men to a standard, but the standards don't apply to them. Again, they have special rules.
I'm not.
And feel like men are aggressive when they're delivering what they're trying to say. Like, no, I wasn't disrespectful on the show, right? And maybe I could have delivered it a little bit softer. But
And
that's
then
not
James,
the route that I chose.
you wanted to say something.
Brother, the way you've been
Hold on
talking.
one second. James is gonna go.
I wanted to say something about that. I understand both sides. Do you know what I mean? Like, for me, I don't care.
Okay. Can I ask this question? I really want to ask this question. Please, can I ask this question? Okay, I'm going to ask this question. Who the hell is this soy-spoken fruity pebble motherfucking simp in the back here? Who is this simp? Can somebody please explain this to me?
If a female has a starting lineup.
Behold, here comes the simp jutsu master.
You know what I mean? Like, I've dated girls that have multiple kids, you know, and
why does he sound cootsy cootsa? Look it up. Let's continue.
And I think that men think one of two ways. One is like, okay, you made horrible decisions. And then the other downfall could be, you know, these are extra mouths to feed or bills, you know. And for me, I love kids.
Wait,
you know,
what was that face?
Ah, look at her face. This is the type of man she attracts. The guy who has no problem with her lineup of children with different baby daddies.
Again, what are we, in elementary school? Really? Manosphere Highlights Daily? I'll give you the Pause Award. Yay! Yes, the Uncle JD's Pause Award goes to Manosphere Highlights Daily. He knows how to pause. Now, why is she making that face? Well, while the simp is speaking, we all know the answer to that question. Yeah, we all know it. We all know it definitely. But seriously, what are we? What are we? 7 years old, 8 years old? Come on. Come on, show some decency, will you?
A guy who's willing to lower his standards to get with her, to simp jutsu his way into a woman's life. And Janae, she's not loving it. That face says it all. But she wants a man who is equipped, remember?
Exactly. Yeah, he's trying to simp his way, but it's clear to see that she is not interested. Need I say more? Let's continue.
So it's not just the money. It's a man who fits her. And of course, that man has to get the approval of the sisterhood and social media.
I'm a kids person, so I don't mind dating a woman that has kids. So that's all I want.
Of course you don't mind, because as they say about simps, they'll sell for anything because they're desperate for anything. But let's continue.
To say is like,
Can I
Simp jutsu.
say something? Brian, I don't think your delivery was 100% wrong, but there is a difference between you as a type of man and there's another type of man. There's two different types of men. It's your preference, and it's a man that knows that he comes into this world to be a leader, protector, provider, who also...
Okay, Janae, you already having several seats? Good. Shut the fuck up forever. It's funny how she wants to lecture him about certain types of men. I wonder, and yes, this begs another question. Is she even in any position at all to tell another man about certain types of men, but we all know for a fact that she got 3 kids by 3 other men? And did she also lecture them about certain types of men? No, we don't think so. Let's continue.
also know that you're going to take care of a family as a whole. It doesn't matter if they're your kids or some. It takes a village to raise these kids.
Boy, I just can't with this one. Oh, it takes a village to raise a kid. Ma'am, unless your village is a suburb or an estate or somewhere on the countryside, we all know how the village raised children. We all know that for a fact. And the fact that you will use that quote to try to pressure him to change his preference, all because you need a step dummy. You really are delusional as fuck. Retarded logic at its finest. And that's not what that quote is meant for. That quote is not meant to try to convince men to be step dummies. That quote is meant for the community as a whole. So why are you misrepresenting that quote? I don't know. Let's continue.
I didn't take any judgment, but if you prefer a woman with one kid or you want some more with more kids, that's on
fine.
you.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not my person, and I'm not mad at you. And I'm not even mad at the world. And I don't give a fuck about anybody. If we can keep it G.
Okay, then let's keep it G. If you really don't give a fuck about any of this shit, why are you bringing it up? Why are you bringing it up? Oh, no. You can't sit here and say you don't give a fuck while giving a fuck at the same time. It doesn't work. That shit doesn't work. Let's continue.
This is pure gold.
You know, I take care of my kids. They're well taken care of. I'm an independent woman, and I deserve a strong man who's ready to take care of a household.
Yeah. After you said that, keep dreaming. I guess she didn't. I guess she didn't read the fine print of an independent woman. Last time I checked, women out here who say they're independent, they say that they are strong, independent, and oh yes, they don't need a man. So Miss Strong and Independent, are you admitting to him and all the fellas out here that the strong independent, that whole strong independent bullshit isn't working? Yeah, you're strong and independent, but you are confessing that you do need a man after all. Good to know. Let's continue.
I'm not saying that that's not you or no other man in this world. Everybody got their own opinion, and I respect you 100%. It is what it is.
This is pure gold. You really can't make this stuff up. Janae doesn't deserve anything. This is the entitlement of these modern women. Let me show you where this mentality comes from. Take a look at her Instagram. Over 16K followers, flooded with selfies. It's these simp jutsu black belts, like the one defending her in this video.
Oh. Remember when I said that she was going to contradict herself and make herself into a hypocrite? She just did. Remember, she claims that she's about reality and all this modern jibber jabber whatchamaroo is all fake, right? These social media norms are fake, right? Okay, Miss Janae, if that's the case, then why do you have an Instagram account, which is social media? And social media is not reality. Yeah, social media can show reality, but it's not that type of reality as you think. Yeah, marinate on that. Let's continue.
Who boost her ego. Guys, when you're blowing up these women's DMs and liking their pictures, you're feeding into their delusion. She thinks she deserves a high status man because her ego is inflated by the attention of weak men. She thinks she's high status, and she has the audacity to talk about living in reality. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, she's living in reality with an Instagram account. Good job she did a good job contradicting herself.
Heard her. The man has to come in and take care of the household. A household he didn't build. Why in the blue hell would any man do that when he has the option to build his own family?
Exactly.
And even if he doesn't have those options, why be a simjutsu master? Women like Janae will run all over you because you're weak. I bet those 3 baby daddies, they're all
And I respect that. I appreciate that, right? There's going to be a special type of man that's going to come in and take care of you and your unit.
A special kind of fool.
That's going to take care of you and your unit, right? Because most men want to start their own family, all right? You know what I'm saying? So why would we come?
Facts. And this is the mindset of the majority of men here. And this is what these single moms don't get. Y'all heard me. This is what these single mothers don't get. The vast majority of men wants to start their own family rather than have a pre-made family. And yes, they can argue these Sims for single mothers, these Captain Saber single mothers. Yeah, they could come argue me down all you want, but this is the vast majority of men. Again, facts don't care about your feelings. Let's continue.
Come in and be a stepdad when we know if you have 3 kids, then I'm gonna be the 4th. You're gonna look at me like the 4th, even if I'm taking care of the house.
No,
right? Because they're not mine.
Because you're not a baby daddy or husband.
Now, ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? They all try to make it seem like it's less than, but we know the deal. And he's asking a question strictly for her. But look how all of them tried to chime in on it. As if they already know the solution when they clearly don't. What he's saying is, if they were ever to get together, how would he know for a certified fact that he won't be yet baby daddy number 5? Oh, I'll sleep with him. I'll get a kid by him. Oh, it didn't work out. Okay, I'm back in the dating market again, trying to compete with single childless women. This is what he's saying. Yeah, I mean, even Ray Charles could see this shit. You got 3 kids by three different men. How will he know for a fact that he won't be number 4? Let's go.
You're not going to be a baby daddy.
Head of household. It's a different.
I understand that, but I'm not their real father, right? So I'm not their biological father, right? So, and things come with that, right? It comes with, you may feel like, I'm not raising your sons right, or you can't.
I'm a dad this right now. I had a baby daddy that told me in front of my child, I am not his daddy. I don't need a nigga like that. And I said, no.
But yet, ain't it funny you say you don't need him, but you still slept with him? Your actions made a fat statement, ma'am. And by the way, if one of your baby daddies is saying that shit, then there's a pretty good chance that you might have been sleeping with other dudes while with him. Now, I'm not saying that she did, but by the way that come off as, by the way how she storied that all together, that's how the way it sound. So she has 3 baby daddies, and one of them has paternity doubts. Okay, for your baby daddy that has that paternity doubt, okay, if you doubt that's your child, get a DNA test, get a paternity test. You could, in which I advise getting it through the courts, and to determine whether or not you are or you're not the father. But that's as much advice I could give to that baby daddy right there. But let's continue.
You don't want one.
I need a man who knows who's going to come into a whole house. He's going to take mine as his. He's going to take me as his partner. It's one, honey. When you find a wife, you find a good thing.
Whoa. Janae, we are not going to let you gloss over that shit. What was that you said? When a man finds a happy wife, he'll have a happy life. this now leads me to my next questions. Since you brought that up, here's the next question for you. Out of your 3 baby daddies, no, seriously, all jokes aside, out of your 3 baby daddies, how many of them at least tried to put a ring on your finger, tried to wipe you up? And if they did, no, I got more questions. And if they did, why it didn't work out? In the end, why are you now a single mother? Trying to talk about marital life. And this is the reason why I constantly say in my videos, in which if I find them, I'll put a link into the comment section as well, why you should not take marital and dating advice from people who are still struggling. Especially marital advice, especially trying to give out marital advice, and their asses are not married, never been married. So this happy wife, happy life bullshit, shut the fuck up forever, Janae. Because as far as we know, you've never been married before. So what do you know about this happy life, happy wife, happy life thing? We never experienced the life of being a wife. This shit is retarded as fuck.
This is pure gold. She really said it. When you find a wife, you find a good thing. You see? Guys, when a woman chooses a man, the selection process tells you a lot about her. Those 3 baby daddies, you're not going to tell me that they were all bad men. Because that says she knows how to pick up. What?
Exactly. But she wants to lecture about what it means to be a man, while at the same time, she has 3 baby daddies. Apparently, she don't know jack shit about what being a man is like. Because if she did, she would have picked better men to be suitors. No, I take that back. A better man to be a suitor. Nope. Instead, she made poor choices on picking better men, and as a result, she got 3 by 3. So at this point, nobody wants to hear shit. Matter of fact, I want this to be all over YouTube at this point. If they are a single mother with multiple kids by multiple men, then guess what? They can't tell a man shit about what being a man is supposed to be. Because if they knew what a real man is supposed to be, then they wouldn't have so many kids by so many men. Now, am I wrong about that? Fuck no. Let's continue.
What does that say about her judgment? Remember this?
A lot of the time, I go for the bad boys. Just point blank, I go for the bad boys. Those red flags that people always talk about, I ignore because the bad boys are hot.
This is real. The good guy makes a woman feel bad because she is not a good woman. The bad boy, he makes her feel better about herself because he takes away the pressure of being a good woman. The bad boy is an excuse, fellas. Run! Get to the chopper!
I'm not living into society or social media. This show, and I appreciate you.
I'm not living through society and social media, but I got an Instagram page trying to show my ass. Again, another hypocritical contradiction. Let's continue.
You guys, because this is real life. You show me the real deal. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say too much more, but you know,
If you guys were to get together, hypothetically speaking,
who?
yeah, I'm just hypothetically speaking.
Just hypothetically, you and Brian.
You and Brian. If you and Brian were to get together, hypothetically speaking, can he put his hands on your children?
What? Put his hands on my children?
That's a yes.
Let's word that.
Great question.
Good question.
Well, we know what we're talking about. I mean, Brian, you understood what I was saying, correct? Correct. If your kids is acting up,
Yeah.
can he whoop your kids?
If
Like he
they
can whoop
need
his
it.
own son?
If they need it.
Who decides when a whooping is justified for your stepkids? The mother. And what happens if she thinks it's not? Or if the kid complains? This is just one of the layers of dating single mothers. And let's get into the potential drama with the biological fathers.
I mean, let's be real.
Straight up. Yeah. Yeah, she said, yeah, it's okay. But does her baby daddies are okay with another man putting their hands on their children? Because I seen the good, the bad, and the ugly of those situations. Look at it through the eyes of a baby daddy, especially if they still have a connection with their child. In other words, they are in their children's lives. To the baby daddy, of course, she's going to be okay with it. She's going to be okay with it. And oftentimes they only okay with it because, as one content creator would say, they go along to get along. Go along to get along. Going along to get along. Going along just to get along. So of course she's going to be okay with it. But will their baby daddies be okay with another man putting their hands on their child? Yeah, good luck with that. Especially when you got baby daddies out there who confronts the step dummies on that matter. Why are you putting your hand on my child? Next thing you know, someone's about to get their ass fucked up. So yeah, she could be okay with it, but if their biological fathers ain't okay with it, then yes, there's going to be a problem. Especially if they don't want the step dummy putting their hands on their child. I'm just saying.
You just
This
have
ain't
to
about
be
that, but
realistic.
let's be real.
If you're going to whoop somebody else's kids, you just got to be ready for that repercussion.
The afterward.
Exactly.
Shut up, Simp.
You
comes
feel
after
me?
that, because as a father, nobody's going to whoop my kids.
Exactly.
But if
I barely whoop
I
my
am the
kids.
step parent of somebody else's kids, I'm a whoop them.
But you're not
And there you have it. The simp just turned himself into a hypocrite. The simp is a complete and utter hypocrite. So according to the simp, he don't want no one else putting their hands on his kids. But if he's a stepfather to another person's child, he will put his hands on them. Wow, you can't be this fucking retarded, simp. Let's continue.
And I understand that's double.
Kids, but
The simp jutsu master doesn't even realize how deep the rabbit hole goes. He's talking tough, saying he'll whoop his stepkids, but would lose it if someone laid a hand on his own kids. Hypocritical. And this is why baby mama drama is almost guaranteed. It's a lose-lose situation. These women want the biological father to disappear, so they don't have to be accountable and risk scaring away potential husbands. These women know exactly what's going on.
No, because
And they think that the men are so dumb they'll buy into their raw deal.
I'm ready to fight for mine.
Thank
I'm
you.
ready
I
to
got a
fight for
5-year-old.
mine.
My
So
son has never had a whooping.
listen, I'm ready to fight
Ever.
for mine. So I'm going to check you on that. And if Dude wanted to check me on that, he has that right. And that's all I'm saying.
Okay, hypocritical simp.
And those are the issues that we deal with being a step parent. Like, and another thing I want to address is
Shut
up, Janae.
Guys, don't date single mothers.
Please don't. Oh, that's just insecurity. Oh, so now he's insecure, all because he don't want to settle. At this point, the more she kept with this dumb shit, the more she's digging herself in a deeper hole. And let's just be upfront and real. No one gives a fuck what that simp had to say anyway. So it's insecure that that a man don't want to be with a single mother. While at the same time, she claimed that she had no problem with his preference and all this type of shit. I mean, the contradictions are so endless. And this is the reason why I look at these shows as straight, utter bullshit. I mean, that's all it is to it. And the reason why these shows exist is because they trying so hard and so desperate to prove Kevin Samuels wrong about what he said. And after his passing, when all of them celebrated, they also thought, oh, because Kevin Samuels passed away, that means it's okay for us to come back out and play. Only to get those hopes dashed when they realize Kevin Samuels may be gone, but what he said still holds merit. I don't like Kevin Samuels, but I can admit on that part. This is the reason why they still crying and bitching about Kevin Samuels even after his passing. Indeed, the truth hurts. But nevertheless, I'm going to stop it here. If y'all want to watch Manosphere Highlights Daily's video in its entirety, I'll leave the link to his full video in the description box. Go check it out. Tone J. Mouse sent you. But that's all I got to say on this matter. I said what I had to say. I'm done with this single mother with 3x3 still thinking that she could compete. And I'm out this bitch. Later.